Your 60-second presentation is one of the most important aspects of your MSF meeting. It's important that you practice, use all of your time, be prepared, and train your chapter on how to find you excellent referrals. This tutorial is to teach you the best way to do your 60-second presentation to get fantastic results. It is very important that you stand anytime you're speaking during an MSF meeting. So for your 60-second presentation, you will stand up, state your name, the name of your company, your profession, tell us what a good referral is for you, and then give us a story to help jog our memory should we come across anything similar in the future. And then you always end with your name and the name of your profession. And here's an example of a 60-second
Let's see if I can squeeze through here. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Brenda Bland with the Bland Grant Home Team and Keller Williams Realty. I am so thrilled to be here this morning, and thank you for getting up early and being here to pass business to one another. This morning, a good referral for me is, who do you know who pays rent? If someone pays rent and they have a good job, they've been on their job for more than, a little bit, they're probably a good candidate to buy a house. And my passion is first-time home buyers. I don't make a lot of money off of first-time home buyers, do we, Nancy? But if you can figure out who pays rent that has a good job, that they've been renting a while and they're not happy, there's so many benefits to home ownership. So have them call me. I will have them call Nancy, or have them call Nancy, and Nancy will have them call me, either way. And we will get them pre-approved for mortgage and get them in their first house. I'm Brenda Bland with the Bland Grant Home Team and Keller Williams Realty.
One of the biggest mistakes people make when giving their 60-second presentation is being too general. You have to be specific when you ask for referrals. And normally people think general is going to get you more, but I'll give you an example. Say you're a Mary Kay dealer, and you stand up and say, everyone with skin is a good referral for me. Will that cause the chapter members to say, hey, I know someone with skin? No, of course not. But what about if you say, anyone with acne is a good referral for me? Possibly might your chapter members run across someone with acne, or even personally know someone with acne? So by being specific, you just allowed yourself to receive more referrals. And there's many other examples of how that worked. For example, a financial planner that I know stood up during her meeting and said, this week, I'm looking for nurses that work at Hillcrest Hospital between the ages of 25 and 55. Hillcrest is redoing all of their benefits programs. It's extremely complicated and hard to understand, and they have no one to go to. I understand them, and I can explain them to anyone who works at Hillcrest Hospital in layman terms. She got 5 referrals that day just for being specific. 5 names and phone numbers of people who worked at Hillcrest Hospital. Amazing. So always remember, be specific and you'll get more referrals. Another important part of your 60-second presentation is to tell a story. People remember stories a lot easier than they remember facts and figures, so always include one in your 60 seconds. One example of a good story is the Carpet Smith carpet cleaning. He told a story of clients of his who went on vacation and left a chicken in a Mercedes, a very nice automobile. When they came back, the chicken had rotted and the car smelled so bad they couldn't drive it. They were thinking they were going to have to get rid of the vehicle. He has products that completely eliminate odor, and he was able to go in and make the car smell like new again. The clients were very, very happy. And he told us that story. I remembered it the next year when I saw somebody driving in the wintertime with their windows rolled down, freezing cold outside. So I was at a gas station. I happened to ask them, how come they're driving with their windows down when it's below freezing outside? They told me something had rotted in their car and they were not able to drive with the windows up. Because Scott had told that story, I remembered that he can remove odor from cars. And right then and there in the parking lot of the gas station, I was able to get him a referral to go detail these clients' cars. Stories trigger memories. Facts and figures don't. If you can tell a story in your 60-second presentation, you're going to help the rest of your chapter members remember how to find you referrals. The realtor in a chapter told a story of a listing that she had received where the clients had their home listed with a relative for 2 years. 2 years before she got the listing. The relative was a part-time realtor and just didn't get the house sold. She got the listing and sold it in 2 months. 2 months compared to 2 years. The clients were so happy they cried at closing. The realtor proceeded to let the chapter know that it's very important that people list their house with a full-time realtor and never use a part-time realtor, even if they're related to you. She was able to get a referral that next week from one of her chapter members whose neighbor was just getting ready to list their house with their sister-in-law. So, telling stories gives your chapter the power to find you more referrals. Every week, you get 60 seconds to train your other chapter members how to find you referrals. It's very important that you use the full 60 seconds. For that reason, I highly recommend that you practice your 60-second presentation at home multiple times. If you use 30 seconds, you just wasted half of the training time you have for your chapter. So it's very important to practice and make sure you're using all of your time. Here's an example of a good 60-second presentation. Hi, my name's Nancy Miller with U.S. Mortgage, and I've been doing real estate loans for over 25 years. This week, a great referral for me would be any veteran you know, and especially a veteran who's trying to buy a home. Last month, I closed a loan for a veteran who had been declined by a local lender. He already had all of his stuff packed, a moving van, and everything when he found out he was declined. I met them in my office on a Saturday, and they were so distraught that he was crying and so was his wife. The kids were crying. They were very, very disappointed. They were certain that because he's a veteran, no other lender could help them since he had already been declined, but they were wrong. We can do loans that other companies decline, and especially VA loans, we're very lenient on those. We were able to close in only 2 weeks, and they were so happy they cried again at closing. Not only that, but they sent me flowers, a card, and tried to take me out to a nice dinner. So if you know any veteran trying to buy a home, have them call me first. Nancy Miller with U.S. Mortgage. Your chapter is your sales team. Your job is to train them on how to find you business. One of the ways you do this every week is with your 60-second presentation. Your homework is to go home and write down 4 different 60-second presentations. Practice them in the mirror and time yourself. Once you get fantastic at these, you can add a couple more. This will help you get more referrals for years to come. Your 60-second presentation is one of the most important aspects of your MSF meeting. It is very important for you to practice, use all of your time, be prepared, and train your chapter how to find you excellent referrals. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and it helps you get many referrals for years to come. Thank you.